Garrison Coward joining us. He's running for House of Delegates, trying to get the nomination and then unseat Dawn Adams. Dawn Adams, the incumbent there, she was one of the victors in the big Democratic gains in 2017 with all the House members they gained. She beat Monty Lupasi. This is the 68th district, part of Chesterfield, Henrico, and Richmond City. And Garrison Coward, one of two candidates running in that district, along with Lori A. Lossie, who we've not heard much from recently. Garrison, how's your race going? How does it look? Give us an update.
Hey, good morning, John. I hope you're doing well. Things are looking great. We're less than 24 hours away. We're looking forward to delivering a big victory tomorrow.
What is driving your victory over Lossie?
Absolutely. I think we're able to reach out to different constituencies, particularly the younger generation. We've been seeing a lot of folks coming to our events. We've been mobilizing folks. Just on Saturday, we were able to have over 50 volunteers come into the office, and we lit dropped the entire district. So I think that's a testimony to the folks who've given their hard-earned dollars and also their time to volunteer and join our cause.
Tell me about how much money you've raised, how your campaign is doing financially.
Sure, absolutely. Well, we can always use more, but right now we've outraised our opponent 2-1. We've raised about $85,000, $86,000 or so. But at the end of the day, John, like I said, we're on the ground. We're talking to folks. We're engaging with our neighbors, and we feel really good about what's going to happen tomorrow.
Tell us about the biggest difference between yourself and your opponent in the primary, Lori Lossie.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, I'm running to stand up for our core values. I'm trying to get positive results for our families, better paying jobs, better schools, lower taxes, and a more efficient government. But at the end of the day, like you just said, Delegate Adams, she beat Delegate Manoli Lupasi by 336 votes. And if you look at the map and where we lost some of those votes, it was really in the Fan Museum District area of the city of Richmond. And I really think that we've got a better shot than my opponent at reaching those folks who are in that demographic who live right down in that area. And I really do believe that it's time, as we've talked about several times, it's time for a new generation of conservative leaders. And I think that we've got several folks who are ready to lead.
All right, you've got, according to VPAP, you've got $16,000 on hand here. Obviously that was a couple days ago. You've still got a few days of your campaign. Are you going to have enough money in order to do everything you need to do?
Well, look, John, we could always use more. Right now, we're feeling very confident about what we're doing. We're getting our message out. But again, you can always donate at garrisoncoward.com/donate, and we would be very, very appreciative of anybody who'd like to open up their wallets.
Well, Lossie's got $6,500, so you've got almost three times the money that she has. So obviously, there's not a lot of money for your opponent to get out to vote at the end. So basically what you're saying, Garrison Coward, is you're the best candidate to win and defeat Dawn Adams in November. Are there any policy difference between yourself and Lossie?
We've not heard much from her, but at the end of the day, we're running a strong campaign on common sense conservative solutions. Again, we're talking about things like education, making sure we're keeping our communities safe, encouraging economic growth. We want to examine ways to control conflicts of interest. Obviously, that'll be a big one going into the fall, and also just making sure that we're providing conservative solutions to issues such as healthcare. So,
what do you think about Garrison Coward? What do you think about the governor coming forth and calling for we don't have the date yet, calling for a special session on guns? What did you think of that?
I think it's it's a political stunt. I really do. I believe, at the end of the day, what happened in Virginia Beach, my heart goes out to those families and those citizens and the residents there. But I strongly believe that this is just a political stunt by the governor.
What do you think is the biggest issue that is going to be facing Virginians if you win and you do win the primary, you're the candidate, you unseat Dawn Adams? What do you think the biggest issue going into 2020 is going to be for Virginia?
Well, I think at the end of the day, there's going to be several things that will be on the table. The infanticide bill, it sounds like the Democrats are going to try to bring that back up. We could be looking at a situation where we're going to have a strong discussion on health care again. I think there's several things. It'd be hard for me to pin down just one, but, that's why it's important for us to hold the majority in both the House and the Senate, but particularly the House. We need to make sure that we have a check on what's about to happen going into the next session. So,
what's the biggest thing you've learned since you become a candidate in this cycle?
Oh, the biggest thing to learn. I would say that, at the end of the day, just making sure that you're listening to folks. As politicians or candidates, often we are so quick to jump out and tell people what we think they want to hear. But I think the most important thing is to make sure that you're listening, or we're listening to the actual our constituencies or the potential constituencies that we'd like to vote for us. So.
When you knock on doors, Garrison, and I know you've done that, and you talk to potential primary voters in the Republican primary tomorrow, is there a common theme that people are saying that's on their minds is bothering them?
Absolutely. I think it's pretty incredible. It's 2019, and what we're hearing at the doors, people are very, very concerned about the potential of socialism coming into our markets and our lives and our day-to-days, and also, the infanticide bill. We really are hearing a lot about abortion, and I think that's just going to be something that each side we're really going to have a tough and hard conversation about going forward.
I know we've already gone over this, and you went on the record saying that you would vote no if an Alabama or Georgia-type bill came in front of you in the General Assembly, and I happen to agree with that. I don't believe in states overturning federal law. I never have. That's why I don't believe in sanctuary cities, sanctuary states, and I think that's a consistent view. And to me, until the Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade, when states do that, I think it just drives people that seek choice to different states, drives them underground. We get more Gosnells and horrible things of that nature, and I just think it's bad policy. So we agree on that. As you talk to voters, the pro-life movement has been telling me there is a shift in people's views on Roe v. Wade, that more and more people want it to be overturned. Yet when we do polling, basically it's 70-30 no. So when you knock on doors, obviously you're talking to Republicans, so it's going to be higher. It's not going to be 70-30. I think Republicans on Roe v. Wade is about 55-45 in favor of keeping it. Have you seen a difference in attitude when you're in people's living rooms on Roe v. Wade, Garrison?
Not on Roe v. Wade specifically, but definitely on the infanticide bill, John. Like I said, the Alabama-Georgia bill, that was done to elicit a challenge to Roe v. Wade. I think most people who are in the pro-life movement, like myself, are pro-life with some common sense exceptions. But it's hard. I've been talking to primary voters, and at the end of the day, I think just voters in general, they don't like the extremes of either end of it. And I think that's the most concerning piece of what's going on with in terms of the life.
How's your relationship with the Republican Party?
Very good. I was the political director for the Republican Party of Virginia. I worked for Congressman Rob Wiggins for 4.5 years. I am very close with the caucus Speaker Cox. He's been incredible. He's endorsed me, and I'm very, very grateful for that. And, at the end of the day, I truly do believe in our conservative values. I believe in our party, and I think that, we need to go ahead and put up a new generation of conservative leaders, and I think that we're ready to deliver results or continue to deliver results for citizens of our Commonwealth.
How many I asked you this before, I'm going to just ask it again as rhetorical. How many Republican House of Delegates members are there in the House right now?
51.
How many are black?
None.
How many are millennials?
One. We've got Delegate Emily Brewer, who has also been incredible. She's also supported our campaign, and I'm very thankful
So Garrison Coward, ladies and gentlemen, is running for House of Delegates. He's a solid conservative, a good friend of mine. He's a good guy. Trump supporter during the nomination fight. He's running for House of Delegates. There's 51 Republicans there, not one African American, and only one millennial, and that's Emily Brewer from Suffolk County. And so Garrison is African American, and he's a millennial. Now, I don't believe in identity politics, but I do believe in perspectives. And Coward is going to bring a different perspective than you're going to get from some old white guy. We got a lawyer. We got enough of those. So we need change, and I think Garrison can take that. So, look, on Tuesday, if you're in the 68th district, go out there, vote for Garrison Coward. Let's get this done. It's going to be a great race if he's a nominee against Dawn Adams, and it's going to be very, very close because Adams is tough. She's a good campaigner, and she's politically savvy. The Kathy Tran bill, Adams flipped on that 100% the next day when she saw the writing on the wall. So this is not going to be an easy seat for Garrison to pick up. It's 50-50. It's a toss-up. He'd be the best candidate. Garrison Coward, people want more info on your campaign. Quickly, where do they go?
GarrisonCoward.com, John, and thank you so much for having me on.
No problem. And as everybody knows, the John Fredericks Show has endorsed Garrison Coward for House of Delegates member. He is the best choice for the 68th in the Republican primary there. Vote for Garrison Coward. Don't be shy. Garrison, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, John. Have a great day.
John Fredericks Radio Network.